Hi, welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm Eddie Sanchez with the World Today News. Today's topic, shutdown, still going on. I can't believe it. Maybe you can't believe it. Oh, I'm getting news all over. I'm just kidding. Well, the topic is really the shutdown, which has been going on for over 30 days. It's ridiculous to say the least. How will the shutdown affect us during this time? And what I mean by that is we're going to have the IRS getting returns, giving refunds. How is that going to affect the regular people? Regular people meaning like everybody, government, government workers, people that don't work for the government. How does that affect us? Well, it affects us in the way that people might not get their refunds. You can file your taxes, they are accepting the taxes, but you're not going to get your refunds. How's that going to affect how's that going to affect the people that depend on these refunds? People depend on refunds, and if they don't get the refunds, they don't spend the money. Businesses don't get money. So this shit rolls downhill. It's a trickle effect. Everything rolls downhill, right? So if people are not getting their money, people are not spending money, which affects the government. So that's really the topic. How is it affecting the people? I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys think of this shutdown. Should the government, work something out? Should they pay their government workers? I think so. I think that it's ridiculous that, Pelosi and Donald Trump can't work out their differences and say, look, I'll give you money for that border wall, which doesn't really solve the problem, right? If you talk to any expert, they're going to tell you, well, we can use a wall there, but the wall doesn't make any sense there. So just to say, give me $5.7 billion for a wall makes no sense. You should really use different language. And I don't know what the problem is, why they can't work something out. This is the highest, office, right? The president's office is the highest, and you got Congress right next to it, right? You got your three branches, and they don't get along. Nobody gets along with each other, right? And I'm just going to use Pelosi and Donald Trump, the president, as examples. They're kind of making a mockery of this. And I'm not just trying to blame Donald Trump. I'm not trying to blame Pelosi. But it's troubling that people, like government employees, aren't getting paid, for example, and some of them are going to food banks to get food. And I understand there's nice banks that are giving them loans, but a loan doesn't really solve your immediate problems. I don't think you're going to go to a bank and say, I need a loan, I'm a government employee, and they instantly give you a check for your rent, for your food. It doesn't work that way. If it did, we wouldn't have any issues, right? But I don't think giving loans is going to solve the problem, because you're not going to get to everybody, and everybody's going to go get a loan. So these people are suffering. Let's end this shutdown. People need to get back to work. You can work some kind of deal out once you bring the government, bring the government workers back to work and paying them. Obviously, not just bringing them back to work and not paying them. Anyway, so it's one of the things that's really bothering me. I wanted to come out here, and I always do want to come out here and kind of have a different take on the news, because I feel like every time I put on the news, it's the same thing over and over again. So if you can hear the news in a different way, I feel like that's more interesting, because there's only so many ways. The newspapers and the news are going to be like, well, he shot the sheriff, and that's it, Well, I'm going to be like, well, he shot the sheriff that way. Oh, man, I wouldn't want to get shot that way. There's always a different way to say the same thing, right? And every time I turn on the news, I'm kind of bored by it, because all I hear is Democrats and Republicans just trashing each other. Saying derogatory things about each other, nicknaming each other. I'm sick of this era. Whether it's a Trump era, I'm not trying to point fingers, but it might be his fault, because he started it, making fun of people, disrespecting races, different races, Mexicans and, rapists and all this stuff. I think it's inappropriate. I'm looking for the day that he's out of office. I respect the office of the presidency, but you have to respect the office of the president, but you don't necessarily have to respect the president, if that makes sense. I'm a firm believer in America first, right? God, country, Corps. I'm a former Marine, so we always say God, country, Corps. But the truth of the matter is, I feel like it's not the same America that that I grew up in. It just feels different, And this is why I like doing these videos. I like to give my opinions. I want to hear from you guys. Let me hear what you guys think. I want to hear your opinion. What do you think of the shutdown? Should they stop being babies and just end the damn shutdown? Right? Get these people paid. Look, I'm not in a hurry for the IRS to get back to work because I'm not trying to pay my taxes, by the way. I'll wait till the 14th, 15th, and then send in my check, okay? So like everybody else, I don't mind waiting. But some people are going to get money, and some people, they should get their money because they need it. Hey, look, I can always use extra money. So if the government wants to make a mistake and send me extra money, that's cool. But, no, in all seriousness, people need money. People need to get back to work, and this has gone on long enough. Anything over like 30 days is ridiculous. So let's get back to work, get these people back to work. I want to hear from you guys, your opinions. What do you guys think of the shutdown? Whose fault is it? I just want to hear, even if you don't think it's anybody's fault, blame somebody. So I want to hear from you guys. As always, I'm Eddie Sanchez with the World Today News. And again, I'm doing this because I really like talking about different things that matter to me, and I'm kind of enjoying it. So I hope I keep enjoying it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time. God bless. Take care. Bye.